Hi, I'm Sheila, and I'm a glam packer, part backpacker, part glamper, and I just spent 2 nights on the Appalachian Trail, and this is what I carry.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
Okay, let me show you how I pack the bag. That way you'll know what's in it. Right off the bat, the place where you put your sleeping bag, I actually have a dry sack full of tinder. That way I have tinder to start either a campfire or use with my fire bowl, which you will see in a minute. Next we have my chill bow cabin tent. It is a 3-person tent. Remember, I am not a backpacker. I am a glamper turned glam packer. So I still like having my space. After that, tent pegs. Lightweight and traditional. I also have a hammer and a tent puller. A utility pouch for me to have all this stuff in as I'm walking around setting up camp. And spare cord. Next, we have a dry sack. It has a sleep system, a small down quilt, a sleeping bag liner that I slide my air mattress into, and spare clothing. Another dry sack. This holds my entire cook system. Pots, pans, steno stoves, I use 2, as well as 4 cans of sterno fuel, seasonings, all of those, everything that has to do with actual food are inside of smell-proof bags, inside of this waterproof bag. Everything I need for cooking. On this side, I keep a spare tarp, silk nylon tarp, in case I need shade or water protection from one side of my awning. In the other pocket, I keep trash bags and bungee cords. In the very back of the backpack, I keep the bottom pan for the fire bowl so you don't scorch the ground, and my actual plate. In the brain, I keep a bunch of miscellaneous items. Spare batteries, first aid kit, a no-seum head net, security system, spare charger cords. I keep the nozzles for my rechargeable air pump. Also keep the tips for my hiking poles, spare doggy do bags, the dog's headlight. He has 2 because I just cannot afford to lose that dog. As well as hand sanitizer, tape, a lot of, stuff. In the very top of the brain, I keep a spare light, the dog's headlamp, and my headlamp. The last thing I do is clip on the fire bowl. Now that is the pack half of glam packing. Let's go look at the glam part of glam packing. This is relatively straightforward and easy. Air mattress. wool blanket, rechargeable pump I was telling you about for the air mattress, reflective gets slidden in between my air mattress and the sleeping bag liner to radiate my heat back to me. 2 tarp poles so I can extend the door of my tent out to make it an awning. Little piece of tarp I put in front of my tent door so I can sit out there and do stuff and just keep me protected from the dirt. Tent poles for the chilbo. Inside mat to put my air mattress pad on to keep me from being chilled from the ground. This thing is fabulous. One side it's water resistant, or I guess waterproof, really. The plastic here, and then the other side is so friggin' soft. Pillow, because quite frankly I hate the blow up pillow. I have 2 of these. I use one as a nightstand and another as a little table outside, the outside of the tent. I am going back to Walmart and buy one twice this size because I realize that it's big enough to put both of my steno stoves on, and I can cook right there as long as it's not bear territory or the bears are hibernating. This is my chamber pot. This thing was fabulous. It was just like the nicest thing I could have possibly done for myself. It sat out in the back alcove of the tent, so it was completely closed off from the inside of the tent. Fabulous. Two little night lights I put candles in and sit in front of the tent for ambiance. Radio. Lantern that I forgot to turn on for you all to see at the tent on the last trip. Plastic bags that line the chamber pot. Regular baby wipes and Lysol wipes for my hands afterwards. Little sack. Little sack has toilet paper in it. It has little plastic baggies. I have found that as a woman, and since once we tinkle, we can't just shake it off like a man does. You got to kind of wipe a bit. I find that if you put the tissues in a plastic bag, everything stays fresh, clean, smell-proof. And that is probably it. And last but not least, my bushcrafty cart. I bought this cart at the Aldi supermarket for $14.99. You see how thin it is and how flat it is? You know I drive a convertible. What you don't know is that I physically cannot lift more than 10 or 15 pounds. This only weighs about 4 pounds alone. Most of the carts I looked at started at 20, but they were also designed to last forever. This is not designed to last forever, and I don't need it to. I just need to be able to lift it when I need to. I carried enough stuff in this cart, from firewood to gear review items I wanted to do, and this cart held up well. Not only did it hold up well, it actually rolls in the direction you want it to, and we all know with rolly luggage how crazy that can be. It does what it's supposed to do. And it's my intention to buy one of these every time one wears out, because it is worth it to me. So I want to say thank you to YouTube, because even though the first trip didn't go well, but that was my fault. You gave me a lot of advice, good advice, but it wasn't good for me. So maybe having gotten so much bad advice was the universe's way of saving me from a miserable backpacking trip that was supposed to be a bucket list trip on the Appalachian Trail. As it was, the second trip was perfect. and I did it my own crazy way. But sometimes that's how it is. You have to do things your way. But thank you, YouTube, for helping me with that. And in some ways, you have made me stronger. I now know that even though people are, really want to be helpful, sometimes they're not. And you just have to go, thank you, and not pay any attention to the rest of it. But thank you, guys. But now you saw how the glam packing system worked for me, and it was fabulous. I love Bear's Den. I'm going back. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to go back one more time. And when I do the winter camp out, I'm going there again. Because can you imagine how beautiful the pictures are going to be with snow on the trees? So yeah, I just wanted to show you my kit because it's not your typical YouTube stuff, but it sure as heck worked for me. So maybe it'll work for someone else. Have a good one, guys.